Today, I want to give some flowers to my fellow colleagues in that I'll be talking about the greatest Fortnite YouTubers ever, ones that have truly stood out among the rest in my eyes, and creators who I truly look up to. Starting a video like this off, I need to talk about C-Day. The videos C-Day produced were highly entertaining all the way throughout. You didn't get bored for a second, and in addition to that, they had a vibe to them that no one else could match in my opinion. And although C-Day had millions of subs and got millions, if not tens of millions of views per video, his content was still somehow relatable for a lot of us watching. Unfortunately, it has now been over 2 years since he last posted a video. I believe C-Day is one of the few creators who know when to call it quits, and hopefully he's now enjoying life from the millions he made through the first few years of Fortnite. Another creator who has always been someone I have looked up to and that has remained unique always is Raider464. Raider has always been a mechanical mastermind. Even almost 6 years ago, he was insane. He was also one of the very first, if not the first, YouTuber out there who explained how he used 2 edit keys to perform inhumanly fast edits. In addition to all of this, he has throughout the last 5 years made some of the best maps for Fortnite improvement ever, starting all the way back in May of 2019 when he published his first edit practice map. At this time, making maps wasn't anywhere close to as lucrative as it is today, and Raider made this map because he truly wanted to help his community become better mechanical players, something I respect him a ton for. Now, this next one you probably would have had a hard time guessing, because he's on the more underrated side of Fortnite content, and that is Slyjack. Slyjack is a YouTuber who makes totally unique videos that always go over incredibly interesting topics. Some of my favorite videos of his are when he goes in depth about the grid system in Fortnite, which essentially is a video about where your builds place depending on where you hold your crosshair and how you move. He also made a video going over the best Fortnite settings for performance that was unlike anything I've ever seen before, in that he in detail went over what each and every setting did and how they impacted performance. The last video of his I want to highlight is his relatively recent video going over how to locate opponents in Fortnite. And although this seems like a topic that everyone knows everything about, he explains every way of locating enemies in such an understandable and interesting way that it makes his content stand out massively in my eyes. Moving on, you could also argue that Fairless has been Fortnite's best creator ever. Fairless, much like C-Day, made fast-paced, highly entertaining videos that kept you hooked from the second they began. Fairless sadly hasn't posted in over 4 years, and I like to believe that both C-Day and Fairless are both just enjoying life from the money they made from their insane success on YouTube. It's kinda cool to think how working hard for a few years on YouTube can give you so much success to the point where you can retire in your early 20s or even sooner. Of course, given that you are extremely good at what you do. Because thanks to the work both C-Day and Fairless put in, that is a reality for them. To paint a picture as to how successful Fairless was monetarily from his YouTube channel, his most popular video currently sits at 78 million views. The video is over 10 minutes long, meaning that his income per 1,000 views was $2 to $4. So in total, that video alone generated anywhere from $156 to $312,000. However, that isn't even the craziest part. Fairless still generates over 5 million views a month from his over 4-year-old videos. And nowadays, he probably makes around $4 per 1,000 views on those ones. So he still, without having made a video in over 4 years, takes home over $20,000 from the work he put in all those years ago. As most of you know, I am someone who loves competitive Fortnite. And if you love competitive Fortnite as well, you know about Resub, the greatest Fortnite competitive creator in the world. And it's not even close. Resub is a YouTuber who currently has better storytelling and editing than any other creator out there. His videos go over topics that are truly unique, and the way he presents them in their entirety is just world class. Now, I might be extremely biased in that I've always genuinely enjoyed the competitive side of the game, but I would go as far as saying I'm pretty confident in saying that for me, the greatest Fortnite YouTuber ever is Resub. Of course, if you don't care about comp, then chances are you won't enjoy his content to the same extent. But if there's one person in this community I truly respect, it's him. Before we move on, I'm doing this thing right now where I'm posting a new video for every 100 users we get on my code marrentm in the Fortnite item shop. Even if I get 500 new users, I'll post 5 videos in one day. So if you enjoy my content, consider using the code. Someone who probably has a couple of 100,000 users on his code, and deservedly so, is the legend Laserbeam. Laserbeam as well is someone I have always been super impressed with because of his originality. He has some of the best videos ever released in Fortnite. Like for example, his video where he won without moving. And you can also tell that he puts a ton of effort into the videos. What is so crazy to me about Lazar is that he can post a Fortnite video, a Minecraft one, or do a video on a totally different game and still get millions of views. That just goes to show how much of a good creator he actually is. Now, is his work within Fortnite good enough to call him the greatest Fortnite YouTuber ever? I think he's definitely in the debate. Since we're already talking about creators from OCE, I also want to highlight marrentm. Nowadays, his content kind of gravitates towards a younger audience. But 6 years ago, I watched his stuff and was super impressed. And looking at it, even today, he's an extremely skilled creator. Much like the other guys mentioned, he puts a ton of effort into each and every video. And he's also not afraid to do something that has never been done before. He also had this thing a few years back where he got like everyone playing the game to change their name to XD and then their nickname, which showcased just how respected he was as both a player and creator. You see, back in the day, he was actually very impressive skill-wise, although he only ever participated in a few tournaments. A YouTuber who arguably makes the best tournament videos worldwide is the underrated creator Davey. The way he cuts his videos is top tier, and because of the editing, his long videos that are 20 or even 30 minutes go by in what feels like the blink of an eye. If you haven't heard about Davey, it's time you check him out. He currently sits at 178,000 subscribers, but if he would have posted more frequently, he could have easily had well over 1 million. That is how good his videos are. Although his sub count is somewhat low in comparison to a lot of other creators on here, his videos consistently get hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views, which again goes to show just how good his videos are, as they get promoted hard by the algorithm, as they can tell that the audience loves them. In 2025, I want to see him post even more videos, and double his sub count at least, because there is no denying he can. This next creator is someone who truly impressed me in 2024, and that's the YouTuber TimmyFNBR. TimmyFNBR is a bit of a different YouTube channel as an entire team is behind it. I'm talking one scriptwriter, one editor, one guy doing the voiceovers, and so forth. But that doesn't change the insane fact that TimmyFNBR is able to pump out multiple incredibly high quality videos a week. I mean, imagine making a team with your friends. You work together, make some of the best content on YouTube, and see major success together. That sounds like one of the best things ever. Timmy makes videos on highly interesting topics like the backstory of some of the most notable names in the Fortnite scene, what has happened to pros or creators who have quit completely, or something totally else that is interesting. What I find so inspiring with Timmy is that he posted his first video only 10 months ago, has since grown to over 160,000 subscribers, and has gained well over 25 million views on his 77 videos. Adding him as a contender to the greatest Fortnite YouTubers ever could be considered crazy, as he's very new to the scene, but I think he definitely deserves a spot in here, as his quality is top tier. Him and his team works super hard, and he's able to produce more high quality videos than like 99% of other creators. Now, talking about hard workers and the greatest Fortnite YouTubers ever, it would be an injustice not to mention CypherPK. Over the last couple of years, I feel as though Cypher has been a content machine, producing countless videos a month and expanding his brand to heights I didn't even know were possible. Cypher is also a creator who's incredibly positive and all over a great role model for his audience, and someone I both respect and admire tons. What I would like to see more of in 2025 though would have been even more unique videos. He has the means to make some insane ones, and don't get me wrong, he does. But like in 2022 for example, he made a video going over Fortnite's entire history and the thing was animated, which was impressive to say the least. I'm not sure he's gonna be able to keep up the quantity of videos for this year because 2024 was out of this world in my opinion, but I guess time will tell. Another contender for the title of greatest Fortnite YouTuber ever is Alia. Now again, Alia definitely is a creator for younger audiences, but that doesn't deny the fact that he's an incredibly good YouTuber. Much like Cypher, Alia is super positive and all around a great role model. I can pretty confidently say we've all watched Alia one time or another. When I first started playing Fortnite, Alia would post a ton of videos, and what was so impressive with his videos, in my opinion, was the vibe they had. When watching him, I just felt great, and I think that was much thanks to his personality. Very few people are able to match Alia's vibes, and because he's been a creator from the very start of the game, who has always had a huge audience and good videos, I think it's definitely fair to consider him one of the best Fortnite YouTubers ever. As you can probably tell, I'm kinda trying to avoid people who mainly streams, as I feel like YouTube-wise, people like Ninja, Tfue, or Myth haven't really produced unique videos just for our platform. But I need to make an exception in talking about Cayd. Although Nick is mainly a streamer as well, he has always been incredibly hardworking on his YouTube channel, and in similarity to Alia, his content is definitely made for kids primarily, but he does the job better than, so to say, everyone. For me, Cayd probably isn't the greatest Fortnite YouTuber ever because of the fact he rarely ever does YouTube exclusive videos. This also results in the fact that the videos aren't really unique, but I of course still need to include him as his videos over the years have undeniably been some of the best, as you can see on their view count. Next up, we have someone I know a lot of you guys were waiting for, Mr. Fresh Asian. Fresh was a YouTuber that combined the extremely fast-paced and entertaining style of people like Cayd and Fairless with competitive content, as he was truly one of the best players in the world at one point. It's crazy to say those words, given that he also of course had one of the biggest YouTube channels in all of Fortnite, where he worked hard to consistently post top tier videos. Fresh, like a few others on this list, hasn't posted in quite some time, well over a year now, and I think that is thanks to the fact that he doesn't enjoy playing as much anymore, and by the look of things, he has also taken an interest in the world of cryptocurrency. Of course, if Fresh has been somewhat smart with his money earned throughout his years of YouTube and streaming success, he can live comfortably for the rest of his life. But I'm sitting here making this video right now, I understand just how insane the OCE community is at making content. Like, next up, I of course also need to mention Lacklin. Lacklin could easily be argued to be the greatest Fortnite YouTuber ever, in that he has been inhumanly consistent in pushing out videos ever since the game came out. What I like that Lacklin has done as well is that he has tried some unique ideas over the years. He doesn't just do the same gameplay videos over and over like many other creators do. With that said though, for this coming year, I would love to see him try even more ambitious projects, because if there's anyone who can do it, it's him. The final creator I must mention is one of the GOATs, namely Muselk. Muselk, like what feels like every other creator on this list, is also from OCE. In the first few years of Fortnite, there were few creators that stood up to the quality and commentary of Muselk. He has actually recently posted a few videos, but they don't come out with the same enthusiasm as they did a few years back. It seems as though something isn't quite right, and it definitely isn't any of my business to sit here and start guessing what that may be, so I'll leave it at that. Alright guys, that is my complete list of who I think could be considered the greatest Fortnite YouTubers ever. Did I miss anyone? If so, who? Let me know down below. And if you enjoyed this video, consider dropping a like.